Good morning, boys and girls. It's Friday. I am going to start making sure I put lessons on every single day now. We only have 2 more weeks of school. It's hard to believe. We do have that first week of June, but if we were in the classroom, we would be doing our kindergarten graduation, our water day, kind of wrapping everything up. So I will definitely, for the next 2 weeks, I want to do lessons. I want to focus on just some things that I think are really important for the kids to get before they start first grade next year, and maybe they can practice some things over the summer too. Can't believe that the year's almost over. Yesterday, I was at school and I did a math lesson from the wipe-off board because I wanted to show you that math strategy poster. And then when I got home this morning, I worked a few hours on trying to get some things together to do some math at home. And I was lucky enough on Teacher Pay Teacher, I found some great math strategy posters. And I did put one of those posters on Seesaw. So this is what I did. I went ahead and I printed mine out. You don't have to do that. But here's some ways to solve math problems. I also, because I paid for it, it came with these. And so let's just go over them real quick. Okay, I left my butterflies up because they're so pretty. So at the top it says, how can I solve a math problem? And the first one, I'm gonna go a little bit closer. I can use my fingers. So whether it's addition or subtraction, you hold up your fingers. They're showing you 5 plus 2. And like I said yesterday, is some parents think, oh, I don't want my kids to use my fingers. I want them to memorize. But when they're first learning the concept, your fingers are a great tool. They're the same as manipulatives, right? Using counters. Okay, I can draw a picture. That's also an awesome tool because then it helps the kids visualize the math problem. Okay, I can use a 10 frame. You can make your own, parents, or you can go online. They're super easy to find 10 frames. And you have your counters at home. If you don't have your counters, there's so many other things you can use instead. I can use a number line. Those are also easy to find online, or you can make your own. And you just need to go to 10 unless you want to do some super hard math problems, and you can, make it up to 20. I can use tally marks. The kids already know how to do tally marks. Here they're showing, they have 5 tally marks on this owl and 2 over here. 5 plus 2 is 7. I can count on, okay? So if it's 5 plus 2, you think about 5. Okay, they're showing you 5 dots on a dice, or think about 5 fingers. Whoops, there we go. I got my 5 fingers, and then you just count up. I can count on. You put the 5 in your head, and you add 2 more. 5, 6, 7. Instead of starting with 1, okay? I can write a number sentence, and you would write that out with the plus sign, the equal sign. I can use mental math. Now, I put this one last because ultimately we want kids to get there. And we do have some kids that are there. If I said 2 plus 2 right now, they could probably all just say 4. But there's going to be problems that they can't use mental math, and then they need the strategies. So what I did, I spent quite a bit of the morning looking online. Again, I like to look for the free worksheets first. And I'm not going to provide these to you, parents. I'm sorry, but it's hard for me. I have a very old computer, and I don't have a scanner. So unless I can, send an attachment, and it's not always that easy. But this is awesome. It's just a whole blank paper with 10 frames, okay? And the kids don't even have to use their counters. They could. They're kind of small, but they could place the counters down. But what this is meant to do is color. I'm only going to do a few on each sheet. Okay, so let's just say we start with this one. We can make up our own numbers. Let's say 3 plus 4. So they could get out their counters. Now, a lot of you guys are doing mental math, and you're probably saying, I know the answer. But like I said, I really want you guys to practice these strategies. So let's go ahead and pretend, like I said, if you guys have your counters, you could just place them on there. They're going to be a little bit bigger than this. I thought I grabbed red. I think that's pink. That's all right. It's pretty. I'm going to do 3 red or pink, and then I'm going to do 4 yellow. So let's just finish off this top row. Okay, so we could have put 4 down here, and that would have shown 3 on the top and 4 on the bottom. But I want to finish off this row with 1, 2, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Okay, because then I think it's going to be really easy for the kids to see that that is 5 on the top and 2 on the bottom. What is 5? 5 on the top, 5, 6, 7. Again, if they need to go up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's fine. But I think most of the kids will be able to do that with the top rows full. That's 5. 2 more is 7. So you guys get the hang of that one. Now, this is also great. Now, I could not find a 10 frame with subtraction, so I just printed out 2, and I whited out the plus sign and put a takeaway sign. Now, be careful when you're setting up subtraction. You have to start with a high number first. Kids, when they make up their own subtraction problems, they might say, 3 take away 7. Well, if that happens, you know you can't do that, because I would color 3. Now, how can I take 7 away from 3? So we have to start with the big number. So I'm going to start with 7. Go ahead and use my pretty red. I think it's more of a magenta. And I'm going to go ahead and color them all. I could use red and yellow, but like this. Okay, now on a worksheet like this, what I would do, I've got my 7. 5 on the top and 2 on the bottom. I would just take my pencil and I would take away, let's take away 4. Okay, and I'm going to start from the bottom because it'll be easier to see the answer. So I'm going to take away 1. Doesn't really matter, but I'll show you why I'm doing it. 2, 3, 4. Now, if I had a marker, you'd be able to see that better, but I think you guys get the gist of what I'm doing. Okay, if I had 7 and I take 4 away, then I'm left with 1, 2, 3, and that's your answer. So I really, really like those. I love those with the 10 frames. I saw, I think it was way back in March or April, Noah and Janelle, their mom had found something similar to this, and they were doing math with these 10 frames, and I said, wow, where'd you get those? And she found them online. Now, I found this one, and all these ones I found were free. I just put in my internet search, math worksheets, and you can even fine-tune your search by saying math story problems. Make sure you put kindergarten in there though. Kindergarten math worksheets, kindergarten addition, kindergarten subtraction. So this is really nice. Yesterday I showed you with a pair of dice. So the kids, we did a couple of worksheets with the dice where they had some blank lines and they got to roll 2 dice and they got to, you know, set up their own problems. But again, this is giving them something to count with. This would be like a manipulative. So I've got 1 plus 4. It's super easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got that? Let's just do one more. 5 and 1. Okay, so instead, what we want them to get to the point where instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they see this as 5 already. 5 and 1 more is 6. Okay, we've got 6, 7, 8. Now, if they have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's okay. But just know it's much faster. And in first grade, they're going to want to get the kids to put that big number in their head and count on 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is so much fun. I just might do a few more, okay? 3 plus 5. Now, I could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A faster way would be to say, I know this is 5. That's 5 dots on a dice. So I could go 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, look what I said here. We've got 5 and 1. That's the same one as here, huh? We just did that. 5 and 1 more is 6. I'm not going to finish this one because I have a few others I want to show you. Okay. I love this one. Unfortunately, I could only find one of these. I'm going to keep looking. This is a story problem, and it's actually giving you a couple of different strategies to figure it out. It's giving you a number line, it's giving you a place to draw a picture, and it's giving you a place to put your counters down or to draw them. So we're going to read it. It's called Peaches. Okay, Pam went to her grandma's house to pick peaches. She picked 5 peaches off of one tree and 4 peaches off of the next tree. How many peaches did she pick in all? I'm going to go ahead and underline the 5 and underline the 4. And then the question is, how many peaches did she pick in all? Now, I'm going to circle this word all, even in all. That's kind of a clue. When you hear in all, boys and girls, do you think you're going to add the peaches or do you think you're going to take away? If I say all together or in all, that's your clue that you're going to add, right? If we said she ate the peaches, or they fell off the tree, then we would take away. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, let's start with the picture and then we'll do the number line. So I'm gonna draw a tree. I'm not even sure what a peach tree looks like. I'm just gonna make a regular tree. And in the first tree, Pam picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peaches. Whoops, there we go. They might look like apples, but that's okay. If I color them orange, they'll look like peaches, won't they? In the second tree, she picked 4 peaches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's, so we've got our answer, don't we? We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, what we could do is we could even draw the basket. She's gonna pick those peaches. She's gonna put them in the basket. She's gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the basket. And then she goes to the other tree and picks 4 more all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 all together. Okay, and you can color that. So I really love this worksheet. I'm gonna spend some more time and try to find a few more like this, and maybe we can do this another day. Okay, in the 10 frame, let's start off with, she had 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 peaches off the first tree and 4 off the second tree. Okay, and I know you're not going to have to count that, are you? Okay, now there's 2 ways to do it. We can say we've got 5 on the top row and 4 on the bottom, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, another way, of course, is to start with the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But there's another way to do that. And I know a lot of you guys are doing this with mental math in your head. Even if you can't explain it, a lot of you guys are going, I know that's 9, Mrs. Jenkins, because this is a 10 frame and there's 1 empty box. So if we had 10 and we take this empty box away, that means there's 9 counters in the 10 frame. And that's awesome if you can do it that way. Oh, let's go up to the number line. So we're going to start with 5. If you need to, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to start on 5 because I can find it without having to start at 0. So I'm going to start with 5. Okay. Now I'm going to hop like a frog. Okay. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that was what we added. We started with 5 peaches and then she picked 4 more. And the answer is 9. Now the very last thing is to write a number sentence. We started with 5. We added 4 more. And all together there are 9. Now parents, you know what? The story problems, this is our goal, right? We teach the kids their numbers first. We teach them how to add. We teach them how to subtract. But our goal is problem solving. And we want them to have lots of different strategies. We want them to be able to know how to use a number line, how to use counters, how to draw a picture. So we just used a lot of strategies on this page. Now, I could not find a subtraction one similar, but let's just go ahead and use this. Let's turn this into a subtraction problem. Let's say that Pam went to her grandma's house and went out and saw the peach trees. There were 2 trees and they had 9 peaches. Okay, but let's say that she picked 4 peaches. Let's say there's 9 peaches altogether, but she picked 4. Maybe she even eats them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we started with 9 and we took away 4. So now we turn that addition problem into a subtraction or takeaway. Okay, or we could do it in the basket. There's 9 peaches in the basket. Pam and her grandma were so hungry that they ate, let's change it this time. Let's say they ate 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so if we take away 5, there's 4 left. Okay, we can do this with the 10 frame. We start with the total. There are 9 peaches. Pam and grandma take them into the house and they use 5 peaches to make a peach pie. So I'm going to take away this whole top row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they have 9 peaches and they take 5 away, there's 4 left. I'm going to go ahead and write that. We started with 9 peaches. We took 5 away equals 4. Okay, good job. Now, there's a few strategies that we didn't use. So I made myself a paper. I just made this on the computer. All right, so because I couldn't find a good page online that had addition and subtraction. So I made my own page. We're going to do a couple of addition problems on the top, and on the bottom we're going to do some subtraction and takeaway. So we've got 3 plus 2. One of the things that we didn't use, the strategy, is use manipulatives. Now, I left all those manipulatives at school yesterday. I didn't bring any home. So what I did is I found some lime. Oh my goodness. I thought I was going to get through the lesson without some noise. That is my car. It's in the garage and it's going to go off. I've had a problem with that. I've tried to get it fixed and it hasn't happened. It will go off by the time I get my keys and try to turn it off. It will go off. I'm going to start with 3 lima beans. Oh, wow. And Romeo's being so quiet, aren't you, honey? Yeah, that's not you making noise today. That's my car. And then I've got 2 more. See, it went off. There we go. All right, so I'm using manipulatives. 3 plus 2, and then we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all right. Let's move on to this one. Yeah, I could draw those on there too. Again, draw a picture. 3 plus 2, we'll pretend those are my lima beans, equals 5. This one here, I am going to use my fingers for this. Now, you can't see me because I'm holding the camera, so I'm going to draw my fingers. But you guys, right now, just hold up 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm not going to put my little pinky up. I'll put those 4 fingers up. And then here, I'm going to put up 1, 2 fingers. Those are going to have to be my other ones. Okay, 4 plus 2. So you guys do this right now. Hold up 4 fingers on one hand and 2 on the other. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or we can say 4, 5, 6. The answer's the same, right? This one, I want to use tally marks. Let's use tally marks. You know what? I want to do tally marks with this one. All right, I'm going to put 2 tally marks here. And then on this one, I'm going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason I did that, I wanted you to be able to see that the 5 is, with the diagonal, we hook them together. So now I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't forget this one, 7. Or I could say, well, I know this is 5. So I put the 5 in my head. 5, 6, 7. Okay. So we've used counters, we've used 10 frames, we drew pictures. Let's do the number line here. So this is the number line I brought home from school. What we're going to do is we're going to start on 6. So I could start on 0 and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I can just put my pencil and find it like this. 6 plus 3. So I'm going to hop ahead. 1, 2, 3. What's my answer? I got it. All right, let's do a few takeaway. Since we have the number line right here, let's start with the number line, okay? We're going to go 8, take away 3. 8 minus 3. Take away, minus, subtract. Those are all, they mean the same thing, right? So we're going to start at 8. So let's find 8. Okay, we're going to take away 3. So we're not going to go forward. That would be adding. We're going to go backwards. And I want you to hop like a frog. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 8 take away 3 is 5. All right, for this one here, let's draw a picture. Let's draw 5 apples. 1, you draw whatever you want, right? You can do fish, you can do balls, circles, triangles. 3. Now, sometimes when we first start subtraction, the kids get mixed up because they want to draw 2 more. But we're not adding, are we, boys and girls? We're taking away. So we only draw the first number. We start with the total. We're going to take away 2. I'm just going to X them out. It doesn't really matter which ones I X out, but I'll do the ones on the end, and then we can see we've got 1, 2, 3 left. Okay. 7, take away 4. I was trying to think tally marks might not be good for this. Okay, let's do the 10 frame. Oh no, let's do manipulatives, okay? I'm going to do 7. I'm going to start with 7. Here, I'm going to use my paper clips because I got those out too. I had to find things that I had around home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? So it's takeaway. So am I going to add 4 more? No, that would be addition. I have 7 total. Now I'm going to take 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another thing, a really good thing to use for manipulatives is pennies. If you have a pocket full of pennies, those are really great because they're nice and small, round. Okay, I started with 7. I took away 4, and I have 1, 2, 3 left. And I save this one. For this one, I want you to use your fingers. Right now, everybody hold up 10 fingers. That would be 5 on your left, 5 on your right. Now take 5 away. Now I'm hoping you just take your whole hand down. You don't have to count that. So like what I'm saying is, I'll draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fingers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's my pinky? Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. I need my little pinky. Okay, now I've got 10 fingers up. Now, when I say take away 5, you shouldn't have to go, okay, let's X this out. X this, X this, X this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know there's 5. Let's just take all of these away. 10 take away 5 equals 5. So parents, you might not be able to find a worksheet like this with addition and subtraction. I was just trying to show you all the different strategies that you can use. So I hope that helps. I am going to do a few more math lessons, but I do want to do solid shapes because we haven't gotten to that, maybe a little bit of measurement, and I don't have that much time. So from now on, if you find some great math worksheets, you can go back and look at this page I put on Seesaw and try to get the kids to use, you know, lots of different strategies. It's really important with addition and subtraction. Okay, thanks a lot for listening. This was a long one. Bye. It says 21 minutes on there.